about 10 feet past my side-by-side. Freaking grizzly bear standing there looking right at us. The tunes are just going. Imagine all the people. If I can make it to the next catwalk. Yeah, it's carved in stone. We're spending the night. Okay. Boy, that was a lot of work. Big, you know, they're big when they're bigger than your hand. Holy moly, look at some serious bushwhacking back there, folks. I'm gonna make a little shelter right in here. Cause ladies love outlaws. Well, cheers, folks. Well, good night, folks. Wow, what a day for a ride. Look at that view. There's no way I was sitting at home today. Okay, we're heading way over there. Hopefully we'll be on the other side of that ridge and close to those mountains if I can clear out the trail today. I got lots of fair amount of gear. I should be spending the night. You never know with me, I'll probably change my mind, and it's just so warm. We're almost in January here. We got the boombox, folks. Link in the description. Oh man, I love that thing. Pine needles already stuck in it, I see. Okay, we got fuel, lots of bar oil, 2 chainsaws, Little Red, and the soup mix recipe for disaster, bear spray, gloves. Okay, let's go. Take a different trail this time. Link up to another old trail. I want to check out something here that I haven't been to for about 6 years. Something from the 1930s. Let's go check it out. And I think it's time to get the old tunes going. Well, that's pretty cool. This trail's getting used quite a bit now. This trail wasn't lost or anything, like it was still passable, but it just wasn't really fun. And so when I had Chevelle, I'd often go out in the Jeep just because these trails are so close to town, and I would just pick on a new trail every single time. And I just go get like just a little tiny bit of firewood, whatever I could fit in the Jeep. But you can see here where I cleared back, like it's been quite a while. They're all pretty weathered. It just makes it nice when you're not getting slapped in the face with branches. So even today, like I'm just constantly breaking branches off like that as I go. And just if they're small like that, I just throw them right on the trail, especially if it's in a wet or a muddier spot. But yeah, just it's that easy, you snap them off, throw them in there. If they're big and pointy, I throw them off the trail because you don't want to stab somebody's dog, and you don't want them coming through the floor. Like if you watched my videos, you can see that I really need to get my skid plate fixed. Hole there, one just came through the other night there. It's because there's some ridges under there, and it catches real easy. I remember clearing this one out. Sometimes you could just cut the tree, but I mean, it's kind of cool leaving the trees just overhanging, like that. Makes for a cool trail. The 1930s, it has to be, because it goes to a coal mine that a lot of the locals don't even know is here. It's not far from here, and we're gonna go check it out right now. Okay, it was back there somewhere. We'll take another trail to get to it. We'll just walk from here. Well, you can still see that like people are cutting this trail out. It's been a long time since I've been up here, at least 6 or 8 years, 7 years, something like that. Another tree down. Oh geez, it's quite a bit farther than I remember. Whatever. Took my bear spray because definitely, well, there definitely could and should be bears out for a winter like this. I mean, this is insane. Almost January and no snow. Yeah, quite fresh trees cut through here. So somebody's using the trail fairly regularly. Well, we'll go and open this trail. We've got the technology to do it today. Might as well. Not all day. A little 18-inch bar on Little Red. Hey, Little Red, let's see what you got. Well, I think it's okay with this. Oh, chain's loose now. I think it's okay for limbing. I mean, it's a little bit underpowered, but this saw is breaking in yet. It's still fairly new, and it's nice because I can, you know, when I'm just limbing, I can hold it with one hand, and it's pretty nice. I'm running a 3/8 pitch, low profile, of course, skip tooth, and it's a low kickback chain. So, but yeah, it cuts good for what it is, and this thing's just running flawless now. No fuel leaks or nothing, just the way it should have been when it was new, but that's not the way these things come. Okay, we'll continue on here, folks. Open sesame. Follow my nose, it always knows. Thought I could smell something. I have this thing filled right to the top. Where is it coming out of though? Oh, I know where it's leaking. Okay, yeah, I gotta stop the leak here, folks. Team China's gonna catch on fire. Yep, my overflow hose. That is supposed to get ran up really high, up here somewhere eventually. And the idea that it'll just go up and then curl down. And the idea that is so if I ever do a river crossing, you know, and it gets over my steering wheel, I'm at least not going to get water in my fuel. So I had it kind of had fallen down. This thing, I filled it up so full today, and this thing's so good on fuel that I hardly burned anything from home, so that's why it was leaking out. That soup mix is quite the animal, I'll tell you. Holy shit. Well, open sesame. There we go. Just like that. Holy man, this is crazy to be this warm in basically January here, a couple days from January. I'm just having fun. You know how they say high on life, right? Well, that's kind of how I feel right now. No beer, no nothing, just me and my mind and my chainsaws. Yeah, it's so nice out here. Well, yeah, it is warm. It's got to be plus 8, I'd say, in the bush here. I forget what that is in Fahrenheit for all my US folks. Okay, we're gonna get back at it. Almost there. Been a while since I've been here. It's not too far. I remember my friend telling me when he was a kid, very young, he said this was all full of water, and you can definitely see where it would have been. It's a big beaver pond. That's too bad because, yeah, you can see right there, that was chewed off by a beaver many moons ago. Yeah, it's too bad because it would be a great spot to hold fish. Yeah, it's sad that the beaver just get eradicated everywhere they go, it seems, especially in Canada here. I mean, that's what the fur trade was all about, right? But anyway, I guess that's how it goes. Okay, let's go find this mine. There was a... Oh, check this out. Holy smokes, I've never seen this before. Wow, you'd think I just staged that, but I didn't. Check this out. Cool, that definitely has... Stop. That definitely has 1930s here. I better leave my gloves on. Okay, yeah, that definitely has like 30s, 40s written all over it. That's so cool. Fender of some sort. Yeah, so like, just to give you a bit of the history, like a lot of the locals don't even know that there was a mine here. A fender of some sort. And a frame or a piece of the hood. Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, some people do know it's here, but it was just a mine from the 30s, and it was called the Red Glow Mine, I believe. I think that's what this one was called. And that same friend that I was just telling you about, his ancestors that owned it. One of his great uncles or something like that. Okay, let's continue on and see if there's anything else to be found here. And that's what's cool about this time of year. This is basically just like, this is like spring right now. So why you can see so much stuff is because all this grass is normally tall in the summertime like this. So you don't see any of that stuff. But right now, you pick it all up because the grass is mashed down, right? Man, it'd be cool just to be sitting here in the trees, you know, watching it all go down. Okay, we're getting close to the mine. I think the shaft is just over here, the old shaft. Yeah, it'd be cool to sit up here in the trees, you know, and just, you know, pretend it was like, say, 1935. And you just sit there and watch them do their thing. Really nothing different than what we're all doing today. It just seems so cool because it's so old, right? Okay, well, you see everybody's been going this way, but here's where it is, right here. R for race. Are we going to squeeze through there, Team China? We better put her in four-wheel drive. Just in case. Oh yeah, she's a pretty tight squeeze. I could have just walked, but... Oh, that is it. That is the mine shaft. Okay, never mind. We're gonna back up. Oh, okay. It's so neat because I've been in here, but I said 6-7 years. It could have been longer. I lose track of time. Anyway, a lot of people. I remember seeing this a long time ago. I remember seeing something here, and I didn't know. And then a fella from work was the guy that told me that there was a mine here. Then I pulled up the AER records, and sure enough, and I forget where this goes. This pops out somewhere in another trail, but you could tell it was an old road at one time, an old trail. Okay, let's go check this out. Okay, folks, you know what? Hold on. You may think I'm paranoid, but you know what? I had a really close bear encounter. I'm going to eventually make a video of that. Has the bear on it and everything. Doesn't show anything happening. So you have to kind of take my word for it, but it definitely scared me a bit. It was so close. Like, just to give you an idea, I get out of my truck, I drive in with a big loud Cummins diesel. I come in, there's a camp right there, like an old camp. I get out of the truck like this, and right where my side-by-side is, nah, maybe a little farther, maybe about 10 feet past my side-by-side, freaking grizzly bear standing there looking right at us. Holy shit, stepped out of my vehicle and there's Mr. Grizz. Wow, that was close. He was like 10 feet away from me. I didn't even see him. And now he's not even running away. That's weird. And the thing was, is I walked up to about here. Like I had walked, like my truck was there, and I took about, I don't know, 5 or 6 steps, and Chevelle was right about there. And all of a sudden, she's smelling on the ground, because obviously she could smell this bear. I thought she was just smelling for a chicken or a rabbit. She's always doing that, right? Look over there. There's a freaking Grizz. So I just went over, grabbed her by the collar, put my hand around the inside of her back leg, and just kind of, you know, scooted her along. And then I threw her in the truck, and that's where the video starts playing. And you can hear it in my voice that I was pretty rattled by it. Okay, let's go check this out. See, I just bring the bear spray because, like, let's say I'm down in there for a few minutes and a bear just happens to come along the trail. You know, at least I have half a chance. There it is, cool. The old coal cart. So this must have been the seam or something, I'm thinking. Yeah, neat. You can tell she's old. Look at the old square fasteners. It's got a tin bottom on it there. And you can definitely see some more wood over there. Yeah, from what I was told, it was from the 1930s, but who knows? Maybe there was somebody here earlier. Like, that's the thing about my area. The history isn't really known like it is in southern Alberta. Southern Alberta is close to the US, so that's where everybody first went, you know? So there's just more history, a lot more stuff like that. So this stuff is kind of neat, but at the same time, there's just not as much of it, or it's just not talked about as much. You have to basically find it and then research the history. In this case, I had found this because years ago it wasn't this grown up, and so you could see that thing pretty easy. So there was actually 2 coal mines here, and you can see some milled lumber or something under there. What's that over there? I don't know. Oh, it does look like milled wood or something. Yeah, it looks like a plank underneath that tree. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you that. And the mine, I don't know, like it would have all, back then it wasn't surface mining, it was all underground. So, and it's funny because the name of this creek is called Cold Creek. That's what they call it now, Cold Creek. But I think I read somewhere in the history book something about Coal Creek. So it seems like as the years went on, it mistakenly got changed to Cold Creek, you know, versus Coal Creek. But I'll have to study that, because if it was called Coal Creek, to me it should be changed back. They've done that in places before where they changed the name back to what it was. Well, look at this, folks. What do we have right there? Looks like coal to me. I'd say this was the seam. Neat. Well, you know what? I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to take a little bit of coal, see if it'll burn. I'm not, there's another cutoff board. See that? So this must have been the shaft right here. Yeah, that kind of looks like it too. You can see where the roots are. Yeah, that for sure was the shaft, because you can see spots where there's milled boards, but look at the coal right there. Okay, well, I'm going to grab some coal and we'll see if it burns in the old stove. Anything living under here? Probably a bear den. Oh yeah, definitely something was hanging out in there at one time. Look at the root system of that big spruce tree. It's a lot bigger than it looks like on the camera. And it's easy to, you know, not waste. It's not like I'm wasting the day away, but I went out to go clearing. That's how it always goes. I go out to do one thing and then I get sidetracked. There's just so many things to see and do. The old ADHD kicking in, I guess. Okay, let's get back in the trail. There we go. I don't know if that'll burn or not. We'll find out. I spy my little eye. old stubby beer bottle or a newer one? Oh, it's so frozen in the ground, I can't tell. Oh, it's an old stubby. Check that out. Oh, geez, I can't get it out of there. Well, I can't get it out. I don't want to break it. I'll pick it up another day if I remember. Yeah, an old stubby from the 70s, early 80s, something like that. Okay, well, this is a fairly new cut block. There's the old logging roads they had when they logged it out. And I just was wondering where this little trail went, but it's I know where it is now. I've been here to this little trail, so we're gonna turn around and head back to the other trail. I changed my mind. I haven't been on this section, I don't think. I think it was on another area. So this just goes to my cut line, another cut line. So it's a bit of a shortcut. We'll go this way. Okay, I gotta get back to my music here. Brooks and Dunn is playing. Well, it says my cut line is right here somewhere. And is this it? Oh no, it's up here. Where is that? I can't tell. I see the cut. Oh yeah, it's right. Man, the sun's so bright. Yeah, this is it. Okay, cool. There it is. My cut line. There's my trail. Okay, we're going that way. We're already supposed to be in front of those mountains by now. Got sidetracked. That's a pretty decent view as well. Still haven't got the power steering on yet. It's coming. This was another trail. Again, it wasn't being ridden very much, and I kept picking on it, clearing it, and now people are using it again. Looks like somebody else came and cleared it after I did too, so that's pretty cool. It's more of a winter area just because it's so muddy. So it was too muddy for the teeth, but in the wintertime it was fine, everything was frozen up. Okay, we made it to our other trail instead of turning around. So that worked out really good. I haven't been down that one little trail yet, so now I know where it goes. I was gonna go this way, but I'm not going to. There's a beaver pond here, and I don't know if there's a bypass. I don't think there is. I've crossed it before in the winter, of course, but when it's frozen, but I'm not gonna do it. We just, there was just somebody, there was a whole family drowned just a few days ago, and they were in there side by side, and they crossed the lake in a spot where there was current, and yeah, super tragic, sad story. And they ended up going through the ice and drowning, the little boy and the parents. Just really sad. So anyway, I'll have to build a good bypass around that beaver pond one day. I don't know, maybe there is one, but I'm not gonna go check it out. Little mishap with Team China. I was just thinking how I was wishing that people would straddle their ruts more, and I'm always straddling my ruts. Like, normally you ride the high side, and I knew I was in two-wheel drive, and I was just side hilling back there thinking how this thing side hills so good without falling into the rut, and then, well, look what just happened. But that's a pretty big rut. Anyways, my glove box opened and everything fell out. It's a good time to check the wheel bearings out, though. Yeah. And I hit the edge of that. I was just going really slow, but that ice is about 4 inches thick, and it just about stopped me dead in my tracks. I seen the tire bulge right up. So, and I was in four-wheel drive, but you gotta be super careful, because if I cut a tire, it's not gonna be awesome. There we go. Oh, and we're stuck. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with ice, because ruin your day in a hurry. Oh, there, I had to bump it. There we go. Just a little puddle. Man, we've just been climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. We're not even anywhere near the top yet. Well, I'm early. Usually I'm just leaving the house at this time. It's about 3:30, I think, somewhere around there. 3:30 p.m. I cleared this open last summer, or was it last summer? No. Yes, it was. That was the night that when I spent the night up in this cut block up in there. Holy moly, it is pretty grown in. I might widen this trail a little bit later. We'll see. It's not. There's no hill. There's no hill right there, so it's not going to get washed out. Marking my territory. Okay, we're almost at the spot where I was cutting there with Little Red. At least it's not a snowstorm. Riding off into the sunset. Here we go. Yeah, this is that section that I cleared out with my little top handle there, Little Red. Oh yeah. It's all nice and good, nice and clean. That's so much nicer than getting smashed in the face with trees. I didn't cut those blew over. When we got that snow. Yeah, this is a section I cleared out. This was all grown right in. And it's not like this trail wasn't passable before. It was just that, you know, it's just one little lane and you're getting smacked in the face. So this is just so much nicer. This is the tree I was hiding under the other night there. I think that video, it's like 12 minutes long or something. That shows me something about top handle chainsaw or something like that. I'll put a link in the description. But this is the tree I was hiding under. Yeah, there's little sections like this. It's just wide enough to get through. That's okay. There's my test log. Somebody's going to be wondering what the heck was going on here. Test log hill. Okay. I'm going to cut that stick stabber out right there. That could ruin somebody's day real fast. Man, I love the night rides, but it's so nice to be able to actually see something when you're out. Oh man, look at that. It's going to be a pretty beautiful view here coming up. Just making my way through the little bypass of the trees here. It's so cool seeing this trail used again. Before we touched it, it was a few years before anybody rode this trail. I mean, it's getting good though. There we go. There's where I spent the night there on I don't think I made a video of that or not. I can't remember if I did. Set my cot up right there. There's my little stool. This is just an awesome view. Camera not doing any justice here, but you get the idea, right? check out the view. There's my little fire pit I made that night. Oh man, looks so cool. I wish you could see what I see. Looks a lot different. Let's see if we can zoom in, give you an idea. Just the rolling foothills. I'm way up in the first cut block that I was showing you back in another video. In one of those unboxing videos, I'm in that cut block right now. Well, that looks cool. And this is a great spot to get the binoculars out. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The sun's still peeking out. It's gonna go over there and drop down behind the mountain somewhere. And I'm trying to make it over that ridge. I've been there since, oh boy, not last summer, the end of the summer before. I still haven't edited that video. That was the one where we had the grizzly encounter. Me and Andy did a 3-day trip. That's the one. In that, not that video, but the night that I spent here, I made this fire pit. And there was 2 trees right here because they have already planted these. They come and they plant the cut block. Okay. Anyway, this was the old trail that was always here. And anyways, but I planted some some trees. I figured, well, if I'm gonna dig them up, I better replant them. Do my part. I'm just trying to remember where I put it now. I think it was over here, actually, or at least one of them. Okay, that's one of them. And it's still living and doing good. Pretty sure that's one of them. And there was another one over here, I think. But yeah, this is just a cut block where they, holy man, look at that jet now. That looks so cool. I'll get the binoculars out, folks. I'll see if there's any chemicals in there. Chemtrails. You can just hear it now. Chemtrails. Yeah, I could just about see the writing on the plane there. Look at that. I'm pretty high up here, you know, so I'm a little closer than most people are to these. Blowing smoke rings. Yeah. No, it was definitely coming off the engines. Okay, well, I'm looking for my tree again. Oh, there's one. That's right, I remember now. I wanted to put some around the fire pit. That's another one. And you notice how I put it in between these two stumps? I did that so that nobody would drive over them, and I just leave in the stumps. Because, I mean, pretty awesome spot to have a little campfire, right? Of course, people have to use common sense and not have one here when, you know, it's super windy. But once these trees all grow up in about 15 years, they'll be about 10 feet high in 15 years, roughly. And then what I was envisioning was, you know, 30 years from now, this trail would hopefully still be here. And this is looks like is that a spruce or a pine? I think that's a pine. I think that's a spruce. Anyways, they plant both of them here, I believe. Anyways, I just thought it'd be cool that there would be trees here again, right? So I didn't put any here because I figured people would pull in, and plus kind of wanted a bit of a view, you know, still. There's one of the old stumps. So yeah, I'll probably build a little bench here. Just a kind of a cool spot to come and, I mean, cool spot to just stop and have a break if you're on a ride, right? There's that guy way over there. Still lingering. 10 minutes later. Oh man, I just freaking love this trail. Just love it. And here comes another one. Right beside the other, there's another one. Ruin somebody's day again. Off the trail you go. I don't know if I'll get that one out. No, that one's got to stay till summer. I just keep throwing them off the trail. Okay, so we're heading down there, and I see somebody's been here since I was here there to do that unboxing. Well, we're almost up the creek. There's that big, huge rock. I never knew it was here until last summer when I was clearing out this section of the trail. These big rocks got here apparently during the Ice Age, because there's no big, huge rocks around anywhere else. Look at the size of this thing. It's massive. Got some little holes in it. Wow. When I worked at the mine, that's about exactly the size of a D11 blade, believe it or not. Yeah, so cool little spot. Big Rock Hill. Oh, we just made it. The tunes are just going. I like old stuff. I like everything, but yeah, good old dance tunes, country. Yeah, it's just about time. I think it's time. Once this playlist is done, I'll be dabbling into the country. I like Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings and Johnny Cash. I like all that stuff. Well, here's where we had the unboxing, in case you want to see it in the daytime. There's my little bench I made. Okay, well, this is where my this time I was here, at first I didn't see the initials, and then I looked again and I seen the initials. I got asking some friends, and turns out it's a fellow I know, and he was on his quad and he's with some other friends. I'm not sure, he didn't say who he was with. I probably know them too. And they came and they cleared this out. Okay, so I put it in diff lock, and last time I came up here I spun out, and I didn't just roll it, but I mean definitely the front tire was up in the air. This is a good little hill. And I actually put another 100 studs in the tires since then. Just ordered another 100 and then I'll be done. We'll see how it goes up and down in diff lock. Last time there's where I spun out. Just walks up and like nothing with the studs and diff lock. It's so hard to steer in diff lock. Yeah, there he is. Right on, Ross. Thanks, buddy. I'll buy you a beer one day. Okay, well, he said they went a little farther than this. He said about 1 kilometer. They willow whacked and bushwhacked, and then that's when they shut her down. So I should be able to go at least that far. If I can make it to the next cut block, well, then we're laughing, because then I'll be able to make my way down to the creek. And I really think I'm just going to spend the night. I'm just having too much fun. The tunes are going. I got some good tunes, and I did bring a bunch of beer, so I can have a few beers tonight. And then also hold on a second here, sorry. This is pretty gnarly through this section. So yeah, so I brought some beers, and then also I brought not a lot of food, just, well, this video is going to be a part 2, I'm sure of it now, because it'll be too long for just one video. Now look how it's washed out there, but that's cool, that's okay, because the tree fell across the trail. Now that just stays there, and people ride high, and this is going to all plug up, and you'll see over time this will actually fix itself, believe it or not. When the spring runoff comes, that'll all fill in, and it won't be nearly as bad. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do, folks. It's about 4:30 now. Just starting to get dark, and I'm having too much fun. I never ever want to turn back, ever. I really should just do this full time. That's what I should do. If I could pack enough fuel and just have people drop me fuel off here and there, and food. I mean, I could hunt for some of my food and fish. That'd be kind of cool. You can hunt grouse and rabbits along the trail, and then you can stop at the lakes and do some fishing. Can't really keep the fish out of most of the streams around here. Yeah, that'd be a fun lifestyle, and I might do it. We'll see. Right now, we're just going to do it for tonight, I think. So I'm going to have to make some kind of a bush shelter. Just a lean-to of some sort. I don't have any blankets. I don't have a pillow or nothing. Last time I had my inflatable pillow, but I didn't bring it this time. We're going to continue on, see how far they made it. I think he told me that they went about 1 kilometer past the creek. The creek is back there probably about 100 feet. And those aren't Terracrosses, those are bighorns. That's what those are. Max's bighorns. Max's Zillas. And Max's bighorns, another really great tire. Well, this is definitely big stuff. And so this trail never got ridden all summer because I cleared it. This just goes to show though, how easy it is for a trail to get grown in. So yeah, I was up here in June or July, I believe it was. That's when I spent the night back there in that cut block. And I cleared to that creek that's 100 feet behind me. And then I turned around and it was a ton of this stuff, like just tree after tree after tree after tree. I burned 7 to 9 tanks of fuel, something like that. I can't remember what. Anyway, definitely got to get the big saw out for this one. Actually, I might try with a little red there, see how it does. But I got 2 big trees to cut out of the way and then continue on. Okay, but yeah, so it might just be tree after tree after tree. But the cool thing, what is good, is last time when I was on that trip, it was in the summer and the bugs were horrendous up here when I got up high, because this is where it's warm. When you get up high, that's where you actually want to sleep. If you have to spend the night, it's way warmer up here than it is down by a river or a creek or any low spot. So you come up, heat rises, right? And I am not on the top of this mountain here, but I'm on my way up. So by darkness, I'll be up at the very top. Great place to put a camp for the night. I mean, obviously I don't have to worry about lightning or anything like that, because we're in the winter. Just chemtrails, that's all I got to worry about, folks. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah, it's carved in stone. We're spending the night. Part 2 coming up. Over and out. Have a good night, folks.